Hello, everyone. I'm your welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Apollo,
Along with his co-host Jordan. Hello.
and we have two special guests here. One of which is a returning guest, Mr. Scott.
Hello, hello, people of the internet.
We also have another returning guest from a couple seasons ago, Courage.
Yeah, hey guys, it's been a minute.
It
It
has been a
has
minute
been.
since we
It's
had
been a long.
Garage on anything, really. I mean, well, he was part of that one video a little bit 2 weeks ago, where Chris was fat shaming him, but that's its own little thing.
Wait, that was on
Anyway,
the channel? I thought it was only on TikTok.
no.
No, it's on the channel. I saw it.
You commented on it, Chief.
Oh,
You said you were disliking it just because I had you muted. And,
yeah. So the thing is, I had COVID and I got some really good painkillers from the hospital. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Um. So anyway, we watched the last episode of Falcon the Winter Soldier. So glad that we spent this whole season reviewing it and all that. And I just want to give kudos to Scott that he called literally a lot of things that had to do with John Walker from the very beginning, talking about the U.S.Agent and his comic origins and all that type of stuff. Which was kind of weird about how John Walker was in this episode, where he was kind of he wasn't really a hero.
He was
He
being an
wasn't
anti-hero,
necessarily-
kind of.
I wouldn't say anti-hero,
Yeah, kind of.
but he definitely wasn't a villain. You know, it was just I wanted them to fight
Mhm.
him.
Yeah.
I wanted there to be oh well, Carly's about to die. How about we have Falcon and John fight again, and show that super serum isn't all that's it's hyped up to be. Have some normal man with a
Yeah.
vibranium shield beat down a super soldier with a shield that he made out of literally my car parts. So yeah, it was it was a good episode nonetheless, but it wasn't what I expected it to be.
Yeah, I was expecting them to fight, honestly, but on the other hand, it was really nice to see John Walker actually helping people out of the goodness of his heart, rather than decapitating a
I
man
totally
in the middle of
agree.
the street.
Which you were
Yeah,
you
yeah.
were here for it, Courage, and I'm sure you don't listen to the podcast, but I had said the last two podcasts ago that I didn't like the way that he snapped.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that it was just anyone would get like that in a situation where your best friend dies in front of you. You know.
See, I feel like if we go back to the first Captain America movie and we I can't remember his name for the life of me right now, and we remember what the doctor said is what's good about you will become great, but what's bad about you
Yeah,
will become even
yeah.
more exaggerated. And I think that John Walker was maybe he was already an emotional person or someone who was very prone to anger or resorting to violence. And maybe the super soldier serum, especially because he just got it and he was feeling jacked, probably.
Right.
I wouldn't know what it felt like,
The super
but
soldier serum is literally just bull shark testosterone.
It's literally just
Roid rage.
it's literally
Yeah.
just roids.
so
Literally just
I'm not
steroids,
surprised that it
times 10.
happened, given that
Oh,
we've been
Yeah, sorry, go on.
we showed that how he has his outbursts even before, and how he's just so quick to reach for his gun and start shooting.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah. See, I wasn't surprised, and I don't think anyone was. It was just I just didn't like the way that he snapped. But to go further on your other point, it was also supported by something that Lamar said. Rest in peace, Big Chief. Was Walker was talking to him. He's like, "Would you take the super soldier serum?" He said, "Yeah." He's like, "You not worried about how it would change you?" He's like, "Well, it really wouldn't change you. It just makes you of more of who you are." See, and then he named Captain America, the actual Captain America we know and love, Steve Rogers, and it was like, well, Steve Rogers was a war hero. So when he had super soldier serum, he became more of a war hero. And then
Or just a
and then
superhero.
He named well. Yeah, go ahead. You just steal my thunder. Anyway, and then he named Carly, who was a terrorist. It's like, oh, well, here's Carly. She's a terrorist. The super soldier serum sees even more of a terrorist.
She's
So
a super
he was
terrorist.
Mhm.
super terrorist. So basically, what Lamar said was that the super soldier serum doesn't change you; it just makes you more of who you are. So if you're a good person, you're going to be amazing, and if you're a bad person, you're going to be an a-hole. That's how it is. But yeah, anyway, going back to this actual episode, right? Yeah.
That's cool.
Can someone else narrate?
Such a good episode.
It was a very good episode. The first scene, which unexpected to me, I thought he wasn't going to get his wings back. We see him flying through the air, and he's got his wings back. But they're in this building and kind of evacuating everyone, and we see Falcon just come out of nowhere through the window, and then you see his suit in the comics, like
I was
great.
so happy when I saw that.
It's exactly how it is depicted in the comics. It looks so good. It's perfect.
Yeah.
I fangirled a little bit. Not going to say how much, but it was pretty amazing when I saw that. I was like, dude, I knew they were going to do it, but I didn't think they were going to do it to the T. So I was pretty happy about that. That was really good. I know, Scott, you were freaking out over it.
I was, because I was waiting for them to reveal it, because it's such a cool costume, because it's the perfect blend of both Falcon and Captain America.
Right.
So I love it.
So I was wanted to discuss this while we were talking about this suit, and I actually saw it last week because someone leaked what the toy looked like. Because these kind of things are made to sell toys. I think we all know that.
Right.
But
That's literally the downfall of Spider-Man 3, but go on, sorry.
but yeah, so I was thinking about it. The suit is made out of, presumably, I guess the wings and the shield obviously are made out of the Wakandan vibranium. And what I'm thinking about is they were able to make our guy Black Panther, again, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. They were able to make Black Panther completely bulletproof. And one of my biggest problems I've had with Captain America is that he can bicep curl a helicopter and he can punch Nazis to the moon, but he's not bulletproof. And I think they kind of missed their chance to show that, hey, we solved that massive problem with Captain America to where he can just get shot now and shrug it off, and but below his shoulders though. But you get the point. I really wish that.
I do.
I don't. The suit might be bulletproof. He just hasn't gotten shot yet.
Right.
I
Maybe
would
the
like.
wings are.
The wings are definitely bulletproof. I mean, and I'm sure he can do that shield thing with his wings as well to cover his back. But I mean,
Actually, that's not what I meant to say. I meant maybe they're actually vibranium, and so, they can't get ripped off this time. Maybe.
Yeah, the wings are definitely vibranium. I don't know why
yeah.
they Wakandans
Absolutely.
would give him. I think that was kind of implied when Bucky said, "Hey, it's from Wakanda." That's kind of an indicator that the weapon or whatever, is going to be pretty more or less indestructible unless Thanos just, decides he doesn't like it very much.
Comes back from the dead, just like rips him a new one.
Sword.
Just like,
The random sword that broke, the only thing that broke the shield.
Yeah,
Weird.
that was really weird. I didn't like that.
I don't remember seeing him wield a sword at any point in the comics, so I'm like, why would they bring a sword?
It was more of a... Okay, so here's my thing, is that I
Thanos copter.
No, don't bring that up. I listened to the actual, what was the word? The director's commentary of Infinity War. And listening to it, I knew that Thanos, for the most part, would keep all of his armor and his weapons in Endgame. Was that in Infinity War, for the very beginning, he stripped all of his armor to kind of humanize him a little bit. Like, he wasn't a hero of the story, but you could understand where he was coming from. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the full description of what the directors had said. So, by listening to that, I knew from the very get-go that in Endgame, where he was going to lose and that he was going to be, not disputable or whatever the word is, the bad guy, he was going to keep his armor until it was, actually, broken off of him. So, the double sword that he had just added to the cinematography. of that this guy is like freaking the Genghis Khan of the universe. Like, he is just bloodthirsty. He wants to kill you and your family and
I
everyone
think.
you know.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry,
I think
go
he.
on.
I think he. One of the reasons that he might have not lost his armor, but took it off, was like he was like, you know what? I have the Power Stone. I don't need this anymore. I'm already the
Yeah.
strongest being in the
Yeah,
universe.
he's just
Definitely.
like,
I'm
man,
not
I don't even
disputing-
need this.
Yeah, I'm not disputing that at all. It was definitely like an overconfident, like, oh, I literally have like 2 of the 6 most powerful objects. Wait, was it 6? Sorry. Yeah, it was 6. Sorry.
Yeah, 6.
6 of those powerful objects in the universe. I'm good. I don't really need all this. This is kind of heavy. I don't feel like carrying it around anymore. But yeah.
I was gonna say that kind of reminds me. We were all talking about how he kind of is like, Courage. You were like, he kind of doesn't need it, and it does kind of pertain to his character, his personality. Because I remember in Secret Wars, Doom was talking to Thanos, and Doom was like, I'm actually going to quote it. He was like, "And do you have an infinite gauntlet now?" And then Thanos was like, "I do not yet. I remain Thanos, the great tyrant. And for you, that will be enough." So that, I feel like that kind of goes along with his personality a little bit. Like, he's like that confident. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you know that Doctor Doom one time like one hit killed Thanos?
Oh yeah, I'm actually looking at it right now.
Yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
Fine. That's because he only had the power of the Beyonder, though. That is literally the only reason why.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like even if it happens once, it's still kind of valid because it happened.
Really? Because Squirrel, yeah.
That
Squirrel
is
Girl
canon, and
literally-
none of you can change my mind about that.
No.
Girl
I'm like
defeated
so
Thanos.
excited about this. She literally killed Thanos with a million squirrels.
Yeah,
Dude,
a
Squirrel
100%
Anyway,
valid.
let's get back to the episode.
Yeah, Scott's got the point.
Thanks.
Yeah, Scott. Yeah.
Thanks.
Anyways,
Yeah, it was a great episode. There was definitely a lot of political meaning behind it.
Oh,
there
definitely.
definitely was. He gave like a Cap level speech at the end of the
He
movie.
did.
I think he was talking about so Carly gets shot,
By the power broker.
by the power broker.
And spoilers, Sharon Carter, a double agent. Now, there's a couple of theories. I talked to Jordan about this, fellows, before I told you. But a fellow YouTuber I love, he had this theory that Sharon Carter is a alien and is going to be part of a scroll and is part of the secret invasion.
Oh.
That'd be
And that she's like manipulating the Earth, so it's ready for them to come.
Or their government, more or less.
Or the government.
like
exactly.
Secret Wars all over again.
Yep.
Where Venom was
Yeah.
first introduced, but yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that would be Secret Wars. I don't know. It might be more like Secret Invasion, if anything. I don't know.
That was literally Secret Wars. You know what?
I know what Secret Wars is.
Okay, I was going to say that's literally the same thing we're talking about. Is like an alien invasion where they were like.
No. Secret Wars and Secret Invasion are totally different. Secret Wars was literally the Beyonder decided to play a game with 2 different realities, Earth 616 and a different Earth, and decided to let them battle it out. There was Secret Wars, I think it was Battlegrounds, and then Secret Wars. There's like 3 different versions, but they're all like you have to like read them in order. I can't remember which one it was. But that's what that is. Secret Invasion. I only read like a little part of it from Black Panther Volume 4, where they invade Wakanda, and that's when we were watching Infinity War, when the ships decided to invade Wakanda, and those mutts came out. That's kind of like what really triggered me. I was like, wait, this is literally a secret invasion kind of thing. So literally they invaded Wakanda, but obviously Wakanda sent them in body bags, but that's what that is.
Yeah, but Tristan is right about the black suit coming in with Secret Wars.
No, he's actually right about
that. Yeah, I can't believe they did that. I thought that was a great with Sharon. I can't believe they pulled that plot twist. So that was excellent.
I remember, Scott, tell them what you told me, what your theory was. You said it was going to be someone else.
About the power broker, about the
Yeah.
Skrulls who...
No, the power broker who you thought it was going to be.
Yes. So I originally thought the power broker was going to be Kingpin.
Makes sense.
And because they're in New York, and that would also be able, they'll open up the gates to Daredevil and the whole Defenders of New York, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and all of them. It would be a nice way to bring in the MCU of the Netflix. You
If
can even bring
anything,
in Punisher.
But
You could also do it.
Oh, sorry.
You could also do it with Spider-Man, or as Jordan and I were talking earlier, with She-Hulk, because she's a superhero lawyer, and so is Daredevil. All right, Kiraj, go ahead.
I was thinking about the character of the power broker, and I'm sure. I mean, Scott, you read comics, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking. I mean, I guess he's kind of an obscure character that not everyone would know about. But I was thinking that the power broker would actually be like the power broker from the comics, where you pretty much just pay him, and he gives you powers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's more originally, from what I saw in the with John Walker's origin story, he was just like exactly what you said. He was just like this guy who gave out the superhero serum, and like they would like try to become like superheroes or wrestlers or something like that. In this, it's more like a mafia type ordeal where like he's in control of it. He's like the main guy. He's like the godfather of the superhero the serum. Of course, I should say she. And in the comics, he's like this huge. In some versions, he's like this guy, like this robotic suit. In other versions, he looks like a purple version of Blonde Vision. So it's crazy how different each version of it is, of him and how the power broker is.
Yeah. I had a bit of a question I wanted to ask you guys generally about the super soldier serum and how that kind of works. If we have time.
Yeah, we have plenty of time.
Oh, yeah.
So what's up?
Okay. Yeah. So for me, I think power scaling in the MCU is kind of whack. More whack than Star Wars even.
Do tell, Courage. Do tell.
So
Before I get crucified here, let me defend myself. So, and I know that the serums are different and whatnot and all sorts of stuff,
Right.
but does anyone else feel like John Walker was not nearly as strong as he should have been
You mean after taking the serum?
after the serum? Because if we
I
think
agree
about
with
it,
that.
if you think about it, Steve
think I do
Rogers was
agree.
a skinny guy. He was a tiny, sickly guy before the serum, and then he got the
Oh.
serum,
John Walker was
and then
alright.
Well,
and then
hold
he
on
has
now.
these powers.
Right.
Right.
Scott, you were saying?
To that point where you're saying this is not the same serum. I know that's going to sound
Yeah,
a little
definitely.
but I don't think, and they kind of explained this earlier on, that this is a more condensed version. This is not, and unfortunately they don't really talk about this a lot. It's more in passing. But to your point, they should have made him a little bit stronger. I totally agree with that. But at the same time, though, it's a more condensed version, so it takes a more unstated, like a hidden effect.
Oh yeah. But I meant in the sense that like John Walker was already in peak physical condition, and then they say when they introduce him as Captain America, the MIT study where he was unmatched in strength and speed and endurance and whatever. I feel like he should have put up more of a fight against
Absolutely.
Bucky and
He
Sam.
was untrained, if I may, because you have Cap, around the 40s, he had the super soldier serum. He was strong, he could fight. But then Shield came about years later. He joined them. He was officially trained by trained people that really know how to fight. So watching him fight and then watching John Walker fight is like watching your kid play in the playground. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But at the same time, John Walker was already like he had 3 medals of honor, he was a trained soldier already. It's not like he was just some random guy off the street in Brooklyn,
Absolutely.
Right.
I mean, all respect
I
to
could
Cap,
call back.
obviously. Steve Rogers was, still my favorite Avenger. But and I still feel like John Walker. Obviously, I don't like him as a person, but dang, they did a good job writing the character.
They definitely did.
They
They
did.
definitely did.
They really made him emotional, like he in
Yeah,
comics too.
Well,
Which
and
is a really good thing too.
And you really sympathize with him too. Like he lost his best friend. This man has seen real world combat, for God's sakes, and you understand why he snaps, like Tristan said. So
yeah. I do feel though. I feel like that part where he discusses how he got his Medal of Honor with Lamar. It does kind of insinuate that he did commit war crimes.
absolutely, he's like,
Just a little.
yeah,
bit.
there's definitely something there. Yeah, I totally agree with that. He's not a. He's
even
not.
suggestions and whatnot.
He's
I was gonna say, then next we see, we were talking about how he was basically giving the U.S. government a total cap speech because Carly had died, and that's not what Sam wanted. But it's what he got. He wanted to be able to save her, but then Carly died in his arms, and he's carrying her, and then he drops her off. The ambulance take her away, and then there he's just left with all these senators, and they're congratulating him, and he's just like, "You realize what just happened?" And I think what he was trying to do was he was trying to knock some sense into their heads about this whole vote. I can't remember what the vote was. It was like
It was to move the refugees to like camps where with military soldiers forcing. It's essentially the Trail of Tears, but with multiple people.
that's a good comparison, Scott.
Thank you. And essentially, he actually does stop it. They say in another line in passing, "Oh yeah, you hear about the they stopped the vote." He's like, "Oh yeah."
Right. I like how people then were calling him Cap. Also, I love the scene where he saved those two police officers from
That was one.
the helicopter. He did a hero landing with the police officer and shielded themselves from the helicopter, and it just bounced off of his wings and his shield. And then everyone knew that he is the new Captain America. They were
Yeah, I love that. I love the one when he's saving the truck. The black guy's like, "Yeah, that's my Captain America," or something like that. I don't remember
like,
what he
"So that's
said.
that Black Falcon," and he was like, "Yo, that ain't no Falcon. That's Captain America." I was like, "Yes."
Yeah, I think as far as representation goes, they still do have a long way to go. But I think, at least for the African American community, it must be really cool to see a Captain America. For kids, it's like looking at Steve Rogers. It's kind of like, you can't really put yourself in his shoes if you're not essentially white,
Right.
And I feel like it's this huge step, a huge leap forward, even.
I agree with that.
For kids of other races to have, a character like Captain America, where they can put themselves in their shoes and be like, obviously Disney's going to capitalize on this and sell costumes, but they're going to do that no matter what. It's real, Jonathan, but you can't do anything about that. But I think it is pretty cool how they're expanding, and I think they're going to make a Miss Marvel movie. And if they do the Miss
Yeah.
Marvel
show, actually, which is unfortunate, but it is a shoot, what is she? I think she's an Afghani girl.
Yeah, I know she's Muslim.
She is Muslim, yeah. I mean, she's existed in the comics for years, but like the fact that they're now putting her to the screen is also showing that they care about diversity. So it's cool. It works, and plus they're not doing it for the fans so much as also trying to keep their timeline going. They're not what's the word, falling into peer pressure by the public.
I don't know.
What do you think?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just trying.
I mean, we're gonna forget about what you said. Did everyone have like a favorite part?
Oh man.
Ooh.
Someone else can go.
Scott?
When they reveal U.S. Agent's real suit, I screamed with joy when I saw that. I don't care if I waked up my whole house full of people. I was like, heck yeah. Let's go. I was so happy because they do it right. I was just so happy because it's like, I've been waiting for this. Now, he doesn't get a shield yet, but he does have a pistol, which is true of his character in the comic. So, yes, I was just so happy when they...
Can the shield and the... I'm sorry, that was going to be a dumb comment. Go on.
Go ahead. No, tell us.
So, can the shield be infused with a pistol? Can we just get like a pistol that's like bolted into the shield?
Dude,
I mean, he made his shield in a basement.
You know, hold on.
Go ahead.
Okay. To what Tristan said, this is actually something really cool. This is completely in another comic book universe.
If you tell me something about a shield gun, I'm going, oh man.
No.
Come on.
So what happens is Batman finds the gun that killed his parents, melts it down, and makes it into his new bat symbol.
Yes, I know this.
And that's what made me think of it. So thank you, Tristan, for reminding me of that.
Or maybe I would like to see another Home Depot ad style montage of him just welding his gun to the shield.
You didn't make that.
Yes, let's go.
Can we call our editor and make that? Oh wait, that's right. I'm the editor.
I'll send you $10, Tristan. You get it in there.
Yeah.
Just all send Tristan money. Unironically.
I will literally make another Venmo account just to send myself some money.
I will send you 50 Dogecoin. All right, big man.
I swear I can't do anything.
He's trying to give them out.
No, if you have a wallet, like a Dogecoin wallet app, I can just send it over to you.
Tristan, we got to put ourselves on the stock market. You guys want to invest in ChaoticCorp? You get nothing out of it. Just saying.
What's going to be the stock sign? Just dense.
Oh no, not the dense. Not the dense word.
That's solid. It's solid. It'll be solid.
Tristan, real quick, what was your favorite scene?
What was my favorite scene? That's the real question here.
You want me to go while you figure it out? Wait, did you say your favorite scene?
Not yet. I'd have to still think. You guys go first.
Okay. Scott, you said yours was U.S.Agent. Mine was probably the end when they're all having the party. And
that was
you get this like feel good music and vibe from it, and you're just like, you know that everything's in like a better situation.
When you say feel good, are you referring to the hit song by the Gorillaz?
Oh God, Tristan,
what?
Keep yourself in check. No, that's not what.
Keep myself in check. I wasn't anything bad. They're literally called the Gorillaz. You freaking dense idiot.
What? Hold on. Yeah. We're gonna have to edit this out in post, big man.
No, we don't. Because it's literally the band name.
I know it's the band name.
Yeah, but it was a dumb joke, Tristan. That's the point.
It's not a joke. I was just asking a question.
Why would he be talking about the Gorillaz right now?
Huh?
He's listening to the Gorillaz on the side.
All right, big man. Good talk.
You know that song, Feel Good Inc.?
Yeah, I know what song that is. The point is, why would he be talking about the Gorillaz when we're talking about a TV show that didn't even have a single song by the Gorillaz?
I can't even speak on my own freaking podcast. All right, cool. Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, it is that.
No, I'm done.
No. I want you to keep on going because apparently I can't.
I want you to tell me what your favorite scene was.
I can't because apparently it's going to be a dumb joke that's not needed on the podcast.
All right, Vic. Vic. Pack it up.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're right that I'm playing Vic right now. All right.
I
just asked a simple question. Y'all are being like, why is that relevant? Come on, man.
All right, you mama.
Dress up like a bat and go beat up mentally ill people now. All right, Bat Jeff.
He actually does do that at his job right now. He'll beat them with the pots.
I hope nobody finds out that I'm stalling because I can't think of what my favorite scene is.
Anyways, that was a good episode. Thank you, everyone, for coming to watch.
Hold on, we're not closing just yet.
That was a joke. We're not taking a joke.
I tell you what, though, I did love seeing.
That's the problem. I'm sorry.
The Falcon suit revealed.
But the problem is, no one, like, people, like, when I say something serious, people think it's a dumb joke. When Jordan says something that's like a joke, people think that it's serious.
That is the problem, actually. That is the problem.
Because Jordan is dumb, so we just like expect that from him.
Thanks, bud. Shut up.
All right. If you hear him say pineapple, just means that I'm kicked off the channel.
Oh yeah.
He only started in one episode, season 3.
I was about to say something
Guilty on
personal.
3 counts of being
I'm about to break
dense.
my own rule. I was gonna say something about dense. To be honest with you, but I'm
3.
just not.
You're being charged with 3 accounts on density. They're like, wow, Garage is more dense.
So my favorite scene. What was my favorite scene?
You said you really liked the end. I'm trying to help you out here, buddy.
No, don't. Help
Did you like the Isaiah scene? I thought that was really cool.
That was one of my favorite. Yeah, definitely that was one of my favorite.
You know what?
scenes.
I'm taking that. No, screw you, Courage. That was my favorite scene.
Alright.
That was
Garage will come back to you. Just in detail.
That was great. That was a great scene where they walked into the museum right next to where Captain America's crap was, or the original Captain America. I'm talking about Steve Rogers Captain America, not that dollar store freaking man from Up looking person.
He hates
John Walker.
Yeah,
John Walker was pretty solid in this episode, but we're not going to get into that. So just tell us about your.
Anyway, yeah. So then Isaiah Bradley, who is supposed to be dead at this point legally. You know. Well, so basically, like that whole article or whatever it was is talking about a dead man, technically. So there's some lies in it, but at the same time, it was great to have his like memory, put out.
He was exonerated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could just tell that the actor did pretty well on like
he did good.
acting really. Like I don't know what the
Emotional?
would be. Yeah, like emotional. I don't know what emotion it is, but it definitely was an emotion. It was very emotional. But yeah, it was a great scene. I loved it. Karaz, what was your favorite scene?
Well, I think my favorite scene was.
One.
Yeah, you guys took all the good ones.
The first scene, Scott, or not Scott, Courage.
I think my favorite scene was when we first see the new Captain America suit and how, integrating the shield with how Sam fights as the Falcon.
Yes,
I agree. That's a great
opens
scene.
him up to a lot more. Not really.
Oh, I want to talk about another scene.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the other Captain. See, there's like 3 different Captain Americas. And I don't understand
no, I said Sam.
Let me put this in here real quick.
Big man, I said Sam.
Let me put this in here real quick.
Dense moment.
I already know what you said, alright?
Look, that was pretty British of you.
Since we're
Big
talking
man.
about like
All right.
3 different Captain Americas.
Look, did you want a crumpet? Would that make you happy?
You can sit here and offer me a crumpet. I bet you don't even have one to even offer. Alright?
I mean, listen. Do you want a crumpet?
I would, but I highly doubt that you have one.
All right,
I've never had a crumpet before, so if you don't, I've never had one. You don't get one, big man.
Guys, real quick.
Okay,
I was trying to say, since we were talking about the whole suit and the memorial for, what's his face?
Isaiah Bradley?
Yeah, Isaiah Bradley. Welcome to ChaoticCorp. Anyways,
no, that's not a ChaoticCorp thing. That's just you being. Yeah, sorry, go on.
Dense. Anyways, for those of you who don't know, Isaiah Bradley actually
I need some water.
I'm gonna make that my ringtone.
Does anybody have any orange slices?
Oh man.
Are we allowed to make jokes about Margaret Thatcher?
No, not in you idiot.
No, Margaret Thatcher for the day, Chief.
I was just trying to say.
Oh.
Scott just wants to kill all of us.
No, I'm trying to listen to Jordan. God bless him. Go ahead, Jordan.
Oh,
trying to say.
I heard you put out your glass. Where are you drinking, Chief?
I'm drinking it out of my Yeti, man. It's heavy.
this is interesting. A fourth Captain America movie is already in the works. Let's go.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It's gotta be not like Captain America, but it's probably most likely gotta be just like Falcon as, it's probably just gonna be like him, like in his actual like movie.
Hey, big man, that he is Captain America.
No.
You not see the ending card?
Right. That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm just saying, like, so people don't get confused. Like with Thor 4, Love and Thunder, it's not Thor, it's Lady Thor now.
It's Jane Foster,
People are gonna get confused about that, so because people are dumb, right? But
I mean, I'm sure Thor is going to be in that movie.
No, he's definitely going to be in it, but it's not him as the main character anymore. It's going to be Lady Thor now. So, but back to what I was saying, for those of you who don't know, Bradley actually wore or was he donned the mantle of Captain America in the comics,
Sorry.
which I thought was pretty cool, actually.
It is. I like his suit a lot. It's really unique.
Yes, it is actually. I think when like Captain America went in the ice or something, like he was Captain America for a while, and then he like stopped, and then they found Steve, and then unthawed him, and then I don't remember how it worked out, but I just gotta do more research on it. But
well, they kind of after Isaiah, they kind of poo-pooed. They kind of put away the whole idea of super soldiers.
Right.
They just used Isaiah briefly, and they're like, "Yeah, we're not really about this." So
yeah,
like,
they literally said in the episode 5 or 4 they experimented on him, which was terrible.
I think that they, personally, this is what I think is it was the 50s, and people were kind of racist.
Oh yeah.
And so that it wasn't a good look for them. I'm not saying that it's not a good look. I'm saying back then people were racist.
Back then they didn't. Their standards were different. Yeah.
Are you trying to excuse racism, Jordan?
No, I'm just saying, like,
wow, welcome to ChaoticCorp, apparently.
Welcome to Racism Corp.
I am.
We're all comrades here. We're all equal. We all get equal play.
This is
our
Tristan.
Our podcast.
Wait, Tristan, isn't it ChaoticCorp now when this video's getting uploaded?
Oh yeah, it's definitely just ChaoticCorp.
Oh please, we gotta talk about that.
Kind of like the Green Lantern Corps, except the only that it's powered just by the power of density instead of like willpower.
We're not the Green Lanterns. Kick him out of this.
Listen, no. Let me speak. All right.
No.
Instead of willpower,
horrible podcast, but
instead of willpower,
speech, you don't have freedom of speech. It's our freedom of speech.
Listen.
Our speech.
Our lack of freedom of speech. It really depends.
All right, let's
Listen.
get back to the show now, boys.
I want to finish my sentence.
No,
Go ahead, Cross. Finish your
Yes.
sentence, and then
Instead
we can
of
go back to the
willpower,
show.
instead of willpower, our rings
It's our
are powered
power.
by us being dense.
Our dense
That's
power.
it. Dense power.
Dense power.
And our central battery is just Alden.
No, we said that
no,
we wouldn't.
no, we're not bringing that into the podcast, you freak.
Oh, we're gonna
I'm
edit that
sorry,
out now.
I forgot we were recording there.
Idiot
We're
dense boy.
recording. We're doing a whole podcast, you
This
freaking
doesn't
moron.
feel like a podcast. We literally started laugh dying while Jordan was trying to talk.
I know.
know.
Whose fault was
I
that,
know.
Chief?
That was yours. You said dense
Shut
in a
up.
way that really messed with me.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just saying.
Okay.
Did everyone get in everything that they wanted to talk
No,
about?
I wanted to talk about a scene, but we've been spending so much freaking time talking.
Go ahead,
and
real
laughing.
quick, Scott. Go ahead.
Okay, was that Baron Zemo's
his
servant? Was that his servant that we saw? with the
Oh, I gotta
plane?
talk to you about that.
Yeah,
No,
Butler.
no. That
Was
wasn't
that his butler with the plane?
No, that
Are you
wasn't.
sure?
That wasn't him, dude. No. If anything,
No, I know.
I think it was that woman, and you said in the last podcast that was Madam Hydra. That's not Madam Hydra. For those,
Yeah, I'm
it's
thinking
not Madam
about
Hydra.
that.
It's another organization that's even worse than Hydra. I don't know the name of it at the moment. I thought maybe it might be AIM, but I don't think AIM is worse than Hydra. Literally, Hydra was based upon Nazis, so can't get any worse than that, right?
Hydra was based
So-
of the Soviets, weren't they?
No, it was not
Nazis.
German Nazi scientists, but as the Nazis, that was World War II. So as the Nazis kind of died off, there were, probably some Russians that got mixed in, or other Germans that weren't Nazis, but they decided to keep on Hydra's legacy going. They didn't have to be Nazis, but they were definitely evil.
What was her name? Valerie?
Valerie. Valerie von Tempest, I think. So I'm. It's close to that. Okay, let's just leave it at that. But that wasn't Madame Hydra. I looked it up, and I don't remember who she said that who she actually was. I think she's the leader, of said organization. Like I said, don't know who it is. They just know that it's something that's worse than Hydra. So that's just where we're
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Because I could have sworn that guy was the same butler Zemo had. Because remember, Zemo, when he saw the superhero system, he was destroying it.
Oh, okay.
So it would make sense that he was trying to get rid of the other super soldiers.
Yeah. See, I think that guy, because as soon as that old man literally pressed the button and blew up that truck, then it immediately goes to her, Valerie, and she said something, and I don't remember exactly what she said, even though we just watched the podcast like 2 hours ago. Literally, I think she said something about, now all the super soldiers are dead or something. She said something that made me think it was her that did it. So
Yeah.
Jordan.
Was it you?
Oh, sorry, Scott.
No, were you talking about the scene with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, or are you talking about the scene with Sharon Carter at the end where she's
No,
like,
no, not Sharon.
Out?
No, not Sharon. When they were giving, it was literally when they were giving John his suit. So
his new suit, yeah.
Yeah.
As Jordan, I was saying though, I would read here multiple sources just so I know that I'm not just being dense when I say this. So it was Zemo's butler, and it's confirmed that it was the same actor as Zemo's butler.
Okay. See,
So,
it was weird because she got what was her name?
Valentina.
Valentina. She literally got a text, and she was like, "Looks like our friend Zemo kind of got the last laugh." So I thought maybe she literally, she literally said, "Couldn't have worked better if I planned it myself."
So she wasn't at her hand. Yeah. So,
Never mind. I'm just being dense. Anyways,
British moment.
Crumpets detected.
What happened, Tristan?
It was a real British moment, not gonna lie.
That was a real British moment.
Yeah.
Now, did everyone get on what all they wanted to talk about?
Oh yeah, I think we're good now.
That was a.
Yeah, I don't have a straight thought right now.
I wanted to talk about one more thing, but I don't know if you guys were down with it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Go ahead.
All right, I was going to talk about all of the different examples of social commentary in that series. If you guys haven't covered that already.
Social commentary.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Courage. Educate us on what.
Explain it to me.
Yeah. Whoa! This is a lot of authority you're placing on me that I did not ask for.
No one's
authority. It's our authority.
It's
not authority.
All right, explain it because you got me confused.
I need to charge my lantern ring. All right, big man.
Please keep it to one universe.
Keep it to one universe. Explain it. It's
fine.
Okay, listen, I just want to explain to our viewers real quick. We have a Discord server. It's going to be public soon, but we're practicing socialism in it. That's why we're saying "our" with great emphasis.
They're not going to join it.
Oh yeah, shoot! I meant sorry.
Okay,
I need to go charge. I need to go charge our lantern ring.
It's more of a joke type thing.
It's definitely a joke, so don't run. Please.
But at the same time, we're practicing socialism.
You were literally like, it was a joke at first, but I don't think it's a joke anymore.
You see, we're practicing socialism, but there's literally no exchange of goods going on, so it's just socialism in the sense that we're calling each other comrade, and that's about it.
Oh, man.
Okay, this is interesting. So I've been reading about Valentina Allegra de la Fonte. Apparently, In the comic books, she was she temporarily ascended to the rank of deputy director, becoming Nick Fury's lover. Eventually, she infiltrated Hydra and assumed the identity of Madame Hydra, though she actually was a Russian triple agent, having worked for Latvian as a sleeper agent since before being recruited by Shield.
Latveria?
In the Marvels,
Latveria.
Isn't that
Latvian?
That is Doom.
Yes.
L-E. Yeah, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Fontaine shares a similarity and covers similar role to Valerie Val Cooper, a government advisor and liaison specialized in regulation of superhuman activities in the United States, who recruited John Walker. And that's interesting. So they could go into... They could bring back Hydra.
Yeah, I think so. I mean... I kind of always thought that maybe they're somewhere out there, but not as big as they used to be.
Oh, absolutely.
Half of them got snapped away. Maybe half of them died within those 5 years. Something had to happen. They obviously were like, yo, like, stuff's happened. We lost half our men. I think I highly doubt within those 5 years that, I think the crime rate was probably like to an all-time low, because there was like, wait, what's the point? There's someone out there bigger than all of us. If they just decide to snap their fingers again, we're all dead.
So it'd be the exact opposite.
You think? Oh, you think it'd be higher?
Yes, because I have done a lot of research, meaning like a lot of reading and a lot of watching of apocalyptic type things, because that's what I kind of write, is apocalypse type stories. And this whole like 50% of the population suddenly turning to dust is very similar to an apocalypse and like that kind of stuff. So what would happen at first is rioting and looting, to like a heavy scale. Maybe
chaos and
maybe a bit later they would be unified and be like, oh well, there's literally an alien, but we didn't really see that in Endgame, where it was like, oh, we're gonna unify, rebel, find this guy and like kill him.
But there definitely was a sense of like
itself. But go on.
There definitely was a sense of an organization. Like there still was government, there still was police, there still was, certain things.
I'm just saying, at first, with all the chaos, it was...
Oh, absolutely.
The crime rate was probably at an all-time high.
Yeah, I think so, because everyone's displaced and confused.
You also lose like half the... I was going to say, you also lose like half the Avengers, too. Like, you lose like half of all your superheroes in the world, too. Right. So.
Yeah. There is something I wanted to add about, these shows in general, that they're going to start rolling out soon. I don't know if any of you viewers have seen the show, like any of the ABC Marvel shows, but ABC. I hated them. They are completely unwatchable to me, and I'm so glad they didn't do WandaVision and Captain America and the Winter Soldier now.
Can you explain what the ABC Marvel show
is? It was
like Agent Carter or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes. Okay,
yeah, Agent Carter.
Wasn't all that great.
Dude, it literally had like Power Rangers CGI. It was so bad.
If I may, with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they literally added the newest Ghost Rider, which was now I can't even think of his name. He's
the son. He's like
no. Hold on a second. Hold on.
I'm Nick Cage.
No,
he's a Hispanic guy, right?
Cage. I would love.
Hold on, just give me a second, and literally just.
I hear you typing away.
Yeah.
Calm down there, Jordan.
Yeah, this is a great moment of silence.
Yeah, thanks.
I was
because I'm literally.
Because I wanted to see Agent Robbie Reyes.
Robbie Reyes. Yeah. Yes. Okay. They literally had him in that show, which I thought was pretty great. The fact that they went that far and like introduced a new character in the comics that was donning the name of Ghost Rider. I thought that was pretty nice.
He rides a spider now.
Pretty Jonathan of them.
he rides.
Yeah, that's a good
spider now.
Yeah, he rides a giant spider. I think
Oh,
we were having a discussion about spiders last night as well.
we were.
Oh yeah, we're not
We
getting
were.
into that.
Let's not scare our viewers.
Yeah, please. They don't need to know what we were talking about with spiders.
Look, you're just making it even more weird now. We could have stopped that
Anyways.
discussion of spiders and been done with it.
Only spiders I like are Spider-Man. Or Spider-Man.
That sounded kind of. Oh wait, I can't say that all day.
You want to check yourself, Tristan?
So
Sorry.
much
Yeah,
editing to
yeah,
do.
sorry.
I'm sorry, Tristan.
Scott,
Sorry.
Scott,
I meant to say multiple
Listen, we
incarnations of
accept you.
Spider-Man.
There's no homophobia in Chaotic Corp. Unless there is. I don't know, ask Tristan.
There's no room for homophobia here, Big Chief.
But there is room for religious discrimination.
No, we're not talking about that. Stop it.
Take it out and post,
can't
big
be
man.
editing all this courage.
Timestamp 23 minutes and 11
now, but my
seconds.
mind is not all the way there. Okay, I can't be doing that.
Just look at the timestamp and write it down and be like, Courage said something racist.
I just did what I just said. That's kind of blank. And yeah, so I know about like an hour and 13 minutes in, I need to mute myself.
Anyways, did everyone get in now that whatever they wanted to
Well, I
say?
never got to talk about the social commentary, but go off, I guess.
Oh yeah. Go on, Garage.
So, we all like to read comic books and stuff, I'm sure. Or at least watch the movies.
I mean,
And,
I like manga and all that, which is basically like comics but Japanese. But yeah.
Alright, go be a weeaboo somewhere else. We're talking about Americans.
Actually, you're only like the Wii. He's not a full boo yet.
Yeah, that's why we're socialists. Weeaboos. It's not Iaboo, That was bad. I'm sorry. That was all.
Continue, Raj. Just go continue on your
Stop
social
saying
commentary.
That name. I can't find that name this way into it.
Okay, I'm sorry, but and we like to think that the government's not that corrupt, and this is where conspiracy theorist Karash is going to make an appearance. But this is not a conspiracy because it actually happened.
The battle.
So we hear about what happened to Isaiah Bradley, and I think there was 300 of them, if I'm not mistaken. Scott, you probably know.
Yeah, there was a large number of them. They all just tragically died. God bless them.
And they told the government pretty much told them, hey, you're getting free health care, for syphilis or tetanus or whatever kind of diseases people would get. That actually happened in real life. It was called the Tuskegee, not the Tuskegee Airmen. That was a different thing. They do mention actually in
they actually and it happened in Baltimore, and they gave them all, I believe, smallpox. Which
it was syphilis.
And we talked about that in the other syphilis. Okay, it was one of the diseases.
Yeah, the Tuskegee study of untreated syphilis in the.
That's it, yes.
Let's switch that word with African American male. And pretty much they would say, hey, you're getting free healthcare, but it wasn't healthcare. It was syphilis. And it went on for 40 years.
Damn. Did it happen in Baltimore?
It happened in Alabama, in the South.
Okay, because there's another one that happened in Baltimore that's very similar. I have to look it up.
So there were about 400 men. Sorry, 600 men that they pretty much experimented on it just to see what would happen. And I guess it kind of shows that, Isaiah Bradley was right. And even Sarah, I want to call him Captain America, but I'm just going to call him Sam just for simplicity's sake. Sam's sister saying, this country never really cared about people like me. And I guess I can't really attest to the struggle of African American people, but as a person of color myself, who would have thought the guy named Courage would be a person of color? But anyway,
I didn't know that. It's great to be educated.
It's kind of like you do feel it in sort of a way, at least as a person of color, that they're not wrong, and people like to kind of think that they're being dramatic as it's a TV show, but at the same time, this kind of stuff does happen, and it will keep happening. And I think that this social commentary is important to have, because sometimes people won't listen in any other way unless you put it in sort of an entertainment kind of form, and they'll go and look up, about the 300 soldiers and Isaiah Bradley and all that. and maybe they'll find a link to the Tuskegee syphilis study and find out, like, hey, the government has done just as shady stuff in real life as they have done in the comics. It just wasn't directed towards everyone like it is in the comics. It was more so directed to already marginalized groups of people. And I mean, I think Carly also has a point to be made that, you know, the what we call borders today are just made up lines that these countries agree to respect at each other, and there really shouldn't be anything if someone is displaced and they need help stopping them from seeking that help. You know, she just did it the wrong way.
I agree. Wow, Carlos, that was very deep and profound. I really give credit for that.
There's also one more thing. It also represents that the maybe committees aren't really the best way to solve things, because committees always take forever. And we've seen that, you know, they've said multiple times that the GRC has been almost completely ineffective in sending supplies and teachers and food and stuff to these people who are, you know, in these camps, you know. And obviously it doesn't explore the full scope of what happens to when someone's displaced like that. But it does kind of give some kind of perspective into the real people's, because even right now we have a lot of displaced, you know, refugees in Europe from the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
So it does kind of give you kind of a limited view, and hopefully people can do their own research and find out, you know, hey, this is pretty messed up what the government has been doing to people, and what the government still does to people who are already marginalized. And not just our government, I mean everywhere, all over the world. You know, so I think that it's important to have this kind of social commentary in entertainment forms, because it does help send a message.
That was very nice, Courage. I'm glad that you brought that to light, because I don't think any one of us would have gotten that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think a bunch of white men would have said that.
Now, Scott, not racist.
Yeah, that's kind of racist, Scott.
All right,
a little bit.
All right. I think that's a wrap.
All right, that's yeah,
that's a wrap.
That's it. Before this gets even more.
I want to say to the viewers, thank you for listening to our season 3 podcast.
Yeah, that was awesome.
We were literally founded upon podcasts. Thank you for everyone listening this far in.
Yeah, it's been great. You know, we thought that this season was gonna last like 12 episodes or so.
Yeah, we thought it was gonna be
episode 6. We are gonna have bloopers. There isn't gonna be much bloopers, but because I only recorded bloopers for episode 3, and then this episode has bloopers. And there was a voiceover. It was kind of funny. I did a voiceover for our last episode because it got copyrighted. I was like, "Hey guys, I'm Apollo. Last thing got copyrighted. Yada yada." There was probably 2 or 3 takes before it actually was put up there. I have the other things where I said I am your Apollo and stuff like that. It was kind of funny. But yeah,
that sounds great. I can't wait.
Next week, we're gonna have some bloopers, but it's only gonna be for a few episodes that we recorded previously, and we're gonna get footage from our dear old co-host over here. But yeah, what were you gonna say, Scott? I'm sorry.
So since we finished the series, out of 10, what would you give the overall series?
Ooh, I'd have to say maybe a 7 or 8, because
I'd say 7.5.
I was thinking a strong 9, because I only didn't like one episode because I just feel it dragged on.
Maybe episode 2.
Yeah, it was 2 or 3. I can't remember. But there was
definitely 3 was the best one, because that's when he snapped. I think it was 2.
That's right. I can't remember. 2 dragged on. So there's definitely little slow points, but overall, characterization, sticking to the comics, I'd have to give it a 9. Maybe a solid 8.5. Yeah, if I be really realistic, I have to be real with myself.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Crush?
I think there were parts that I liked a lot, and there wasn't really anything I didn't like in the series. There were things I wish they did differently, but there's not anything where I'm like, yeah, this makes the show less enjoyable for me. So I'd have to give it a good 9 out of 10.
Okay, nice.
Nice.
Hopefully Disney hears this, keeps up the good work.
Hopefully.
Well, they're copyrighting our videos. I'm sure they're listening to us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, you rich pricks.
All
Oh,
right.
that's good to get added to that.
We're gonna Disney's
More
gonna
editing
nuke your
for
channel,
listening.
Jordan.
You're welcome. Anyways.
Yeah, thank you for listening. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can find Jordan on Twitch at Hot Pocket. What's it, 61?
Pocket
And
61.
Yeah.
you can find us, me, Courage, and Tristan here at Chaotic Corp. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen, and take care.